Hello again. This is Atlas Leaf, also known as Doc, and we're continuing a Let's Play of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is episode number 12. In our last episode, we had gathered the Spiritual Stone of Water. We had returned to Hyrule Castle Town, where we saw a traumatic scene. Princess Zelda and Impa were fleeing on a white horse, pursued closely by Ganondorf. As they fled into the darkness, Princess Zelda threw to us an ocarina with a message that she was able to teach us the Song of Time, and told us that we need to use Song of Time in the Temple of Time in order to protect the Triforce. Now, Ganondorf and Impa have both fled into the darkness, so we don't know what happened to Princess Zelda. From talking to people in the town, we know that Ganondorf attacked the castle, Princess Zelda and Impa fled, and then that is all we know. People in town are worried, but everything else has returned to essentially normal. And so now we've come here to the Temple of Time. Now, before we proceed, I want to talk about this structure just a little bit because I really like it. There's a presence here that feels very anticipatory. Like this structure is waiting. We have this big open audience room, as though we could have people regularly come and speak. With the Dallas here, and this great stone monument behind us, where the eye all visually leads to the Triforce symbol here in black, which is quite striking against this very white material, which was used pretty rarely throughout Hyrule so far. The only other place I've really seen stone this bright is Hyrule Castle itself, meaning that only two very significant structures use it, the Temple of Time and Hyrule Castle. It's a neat place, feels very calm, and also a little timeless. The light streaming through the windows is probably the only thing really to show the passing of time. But now let's continue forward. There are 3 hollows and an inscription here. Ye who owns 3 spiritual stones, stand with the Ocarina of Time, and play the Song of Time. That is how the inscription reads. Lock with 5 keys, 3 spiritual stones, the Ocarina of Time and the Song of Time. Opens the door of time. Atlas, isn't that? It's that legendary blade. The Master Sword. Yeah, excellent work. As I thought, you held the keys to the door of time. You've led me to the gates of the sacred realm. Yes, I owe it all to you, kid. Atlas. Wake up, Atlas, the chosen one. Where is this? I am Ryrur, one of the ancient sages. Ages ago, we ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the entrance to the sacred realm. This is the Chamber of Sages inside the Temple of Light. The Temple of Light, situated at the very center of the sacred realm, is the last stronghold against Ganondorf's evil forces. The Master Sword, the evil-destroying sword that you pulled out of the pedestal of time, was the final key to the sacred realm. Atlas, don't be alarmed. Look at yourself. Look, Atlas, you're big now. You're a grown-up. The Master's Sword is a sacred blade which evil ones may never touch. Only one worthy of the title Hero of Time can pull it from the pedestal of time. However, you were too young to be the Hero of Time. Therefore, your spirit was sealed here for 7 years. And now that you are old enough, the time has come for you to awaken as the Hero of Time. Well, do you understand your destiny? Yes, but remember, though you opened the door of time in the name of peace, Ganondorf, the Gerudo King of Thieves, used it to enter this forbidden sacred realm. He obtained the Triforce from the Temple of Light, and with its power he became the King of Evil. His evil power radiated from the temples of Hyrule, and in 7 short years it transformed Hyrule into a world of monsters. My power now has only little influence, even in this sacred realm. Namely, this Chamber of Sages. But there is still hope. The power of the sages remains. When the power of all the sages is awakened, the sages' seals will contain all the evil power in the void of the realm. I, Ryrur, am one of the sages, and your power to fight together with the sages makes you the Hero of Time. The Hero of Time chosen by the Master Sword. Keep my spirit with you, and find the power of the other sages, and add their might to your own. You received the Light Medallion. Ryrur the Sage adds his power to yours. Find the other sages and save Hyrule. Atlas, we're back in the Temple of Time, but have 7 years really passed? It looks like you won't be able to use some of the weapons you found as a kid anymore. Let's get out of here. I've been waiting for you, Hero of Time. When When evil rules all, an awakening voice from the sacred realm will call those destined to be sages to dwell in the 5 temples. One in a deep forest, one on a high mountain, one under a vast lake, one within the house of the dead, one inside a goddess of the sand. Together with the hero of time, the awakened ones will bind the evil and return the light of peace to the world. This is the legend of the temples passed down by my people, the Sheikah. I am Sheik, survivor of the Sheikas. As I see you standing there holding the mythical master sword, you really do look like the legendary hero of time. If you believe the legend, you have no choice. You must look for the 5 temples and awaken the 5 sages. One sage is waiting for the time of awakening in the forest temple. The sage is a girl I am sure you know. Because of the evil power in the temple, she cannot hear the awakening call from the sacred realm. Unfortunately, equipped as you currently are, you cannot even enter the temple. But if you believe what I'm saying, you should head to Kakariko Village. Do you understand, Atlas? To save the forest girl, you need another skill. Head to Kakariko Village. Ah, so that was a lot. We thought we were going to find the Triforce before Ganondorf, and it turns out that by opening the way, we led him right to it. But 7 years have passed. We were too young to be the hero of time. So now, what has become of Hyrule in 7 years of time? Not great. First impressions? Death Mountain looks different. The beautiful tranquil garden here has gone fallow. All the little trees have completely parched when the water's dried up. Not good start. And here's the market. What was once a lively, beautiful place has gone terrifying. Redeads abound. There's not a trace of any of the original inhabitants. And we can see what should be a stunning view of Hyrule Castle. There is something else here now. Ganon's castle. What a change. It barely even looks like Hyrule Castle could have been here, other than the remains of it. It's like the area has become so evil it's sinking into the earth. What a change. I hear a spider, but I don't think I can reach you right yet. Oh no. Look at that. Such an imposing view. So, now what is our choice? We definitely cannot reach it. So Hyrule has told us that we need to go to the temples, find the Sages of Destiny. With their might, we'll be able to fight against Ganondorf. We met a mysterious stranger named Sheik, who's told us immediately that we should go to the Forest Temple and find a girl we know.
Oh, you're quite an energetic young man. You're brave and handsome, too.
Hee hee hee, your name is Atlas, isn't it? Hee hee hee, don't be surprised, I can read people's minds. If I looked as good as you, I could run a different kind of business. My shop is the only ghost shop in Hyrule. Because of the great Ganondorf, it is a fine time for a business like this. I can only hope the world gets even worse. The ghosts called Poes are spirits of concentrated hatred that appear in the fields and graveyards. They hate the world. Young man, if you catch a Poe, I will pay a lot of money for it. Aren't you terrifying? The only apparent inhabitant of Castletown is this. Are you a ghost? Are you a person? You're terrifying. It's so sad, even the trees were allowed just to wither. Now we return to Hyrule Field. At least the air is clear here, less of the clouds. What a strong and shocking twist. We go from peaceful land to we've already fallen into darkness. We've missed the entire invasion. Check for spiders. You played Sarah's song. Do you want to talk to Sarah, right? No, I'm hoping to talk to you, Nave. Do you want to talk to me? Yes. Should we believe what Sheik said and go to Kakariko Village? We don't really have a good reason to trust Sheik, but at the same time, we don't have really any other choices. Do you want to talk to Sarah? Yes, please. Atlas, this is Sarah. Can you hear me? Great, you're safe. I knew I'd hear from you again. That's right, I just disappeared for 7 years. I'm in the Forest Temple. The forest spirits were calling for help, so I went to check it out. But it's full of evil monsters. Help me, Atlas. Oh no! The forest spirits were calling for help. Sarah has mentioned before that she can hear the forest spirits. That's why she would spend time in the sacred forest meadow. Oh no, dark clouds here. We have been collecting spiders. It's probably a good chance to visit the Skulltula house. Still terrifying. The curse has been broken, thank you. Here's a reward for you. Stone of Agony. Will react to nearby secrets. Well, doesn't that sound useful? I will come back when I've slain more spiders. Stone of Agony. Aha! I don't like this secret. The secret is scary. Why? Is there a terrifying well? just in the center of Kakariko. I can hit them both. So unsettling. This whole location is 200 rubies. Well, isn't that nice? There's starting to be subtle hints that Kakariko isn't quite as peaceful as it seems on the surface. We have the spider house. We have that little hole we just found. There's an ominous well and a graveyard. This structure's been completed since we visited last. Lots of changes. And all in the shadow of Death Mountain, giving an unearthly glow to the scene. Well, we certainly made a lot of progress. Seen a lot of new adventures. But I think, sadly, this will have to be a good stopping point for this episode. I'm glad you guys came along for the ride. I'm glad you guys got to see more of the story. And I will catch you in the next one. Have a good day now, y'all, and goodbye.